So welcome back to the emergency room. Rachel, very sensitive case next.
Yeah, so we have Saffron. She's a 22-year-old lady who has a really severe form of Ehlers Danlos syndrome.
She's basically what?
She's very, very poorly. The Ehlers Danlos syndrome is a problem with the protein collagen in the body. It holds things together, which means that all of her organs, her bones, her ligaments, everything is very, very delicate.
Okay, she's here with her husband Wade. Let's get into the main treatment room and see if we can give any help. There you are, Rachel. Okay.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Hi, Rachel.
Dressing's just off.
Saffron, nice to see you. Don't worry about it. All right, Wade. Okay. Thank you so much for coming in. I know in the middle of dressings, etc., etc. I understand a little bit about your situation.
Yeah.
Did you come to the emergency room to talk about that? Did you come to the emergency room because there are associated problems?
I just want to get awareness out there mainly.
How do you manage to sit there and sound so together?
Because I'm a mum. And as a mum you have to be, regardless of what else is going on.
When you were diagnosed, and you know, Rachel's here, but in layman's terms, what do you understand to be the situation?
Basically, my collagen's defective. So anything that's affected by your collagen, your blood vessels, your arteries, your lungs, your liver, your tissues, your joints, they're not working as normal.
The collagen, just to bring you in, Rach, binds things together. Would that be a...
Yeah, it's the protein that kind of holds things. There are different types of collagen. Unfortunately for Saffron, she has the type of Ehlers Danlos which causes the most problems. Or
is it too much? Is it too little? Is it?
It's just defective, so it's just not quite working right.
And so things wouldn't be as knitted. I'm trying to get
collagen itself is really good at holding things together. Joint-wise, it makes you hypermobile, which is the most common type. So you find that you get lots of dislocations, subluxations of your joints. But I think the most important thing with Saffron's case is it's the collagen that's affecting the blood vessels, but also affecting the organs. So the organs are a lot more delicate, so Saffron has to be really careful as to what she can and can't do, because even a slight knock can cause lots of bruising, it can cause organs to rupture.
I read, and Wade, bless you for coming in as well. You can wake up in the morning with a broken jaw. You can, with dislocated jaw.
And the jaw will be hanging, and I'll just give it a push. Maybe alright.
A year ago, after many visits and things, when you find out that the woman you love gets diagnosed with that, what's that like?
As Saf said, we're parents first and foremost, so that was the first thing that comes into your mind is, let's not make it affect the kids. And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to try and carry on as best as we could as normal, so it doesn't affect the kids. After that, when they're in bed, that's when we try and...
I'm talking about the two of you because, you know, I can only do this as honestly as I can. There is a long-term problem with this as an illness. How do you deal with that?
It's hard because as a mum, and as I suppose anybody, when you imagine having children, first thing you imagine is watching them have children and going to the park and being a nanny and walking your kids down the aisle. And to have a kid now and think that I might not see that happen, that hurts. That does hurt.
When I do stuff like this, I realise how completely incapable I am. How do you deal with that? The one you love?
Well, the family, we all need to be
No,
strong.
you. How do you deal with that?
I don't think about it. I've got to be there for Saf and I've got to be there for the kids.
Do you know what does my head in? In another life, I meet an awful lot of people who seem to give them no thought. And you're sat in front of me in an emergency room, and every time you open your mouth, you talk about your kids. And that says everything about you. Because whether you have 5, 10, 15 or 20 years, let me tell you, their lives will be a lot richer than a lot of people who have kids for all their life, and I mean that. I'm so sorry, Rach. It's horrible.
It really is. It's one of those things that being a doctor, because we go into the job wanting to fix people and wanting to make people better, and sometimes with all the best will in the world, we can't do that. We can't cure you, but what we can do is try and make you feel better and make the symptoms that you have as manageable as possible.
Are there any associated problems that we